Hello, welcome to my scary Halloween video. Alright, I'm just going to show some records that recently showed up, but there's a lot of them, so let's see where I can put them. I can stack them up right there. Here we go. For the Halloween video, and the first record up is Cradle of Filth. This is their new one called Existence is Futile. There's a very busy painting on the front. There's a very gruesome painting on the back. And there's the inside with a horse with maggots on it and very Halloween-like. And here's the lyric sheet that came with it. And it has scary type pictures on it, I guess. Those would be scary type pictures. Anyway, is it any good? Yeah, for a Cradle of Filth album, it's pretty thrashy and rockin'. Although most Cradle of Filth albums, they kind of all sound the same. But this one's like just more thrash metal. And the copy that I have is the Glow in the Dark. And I ordered this thing a long time ago. It finally showed up. And just the same little pictures from the album cover for the new Cradle of Filth scary thrash dark metal thing. So if you're into Cradle of Filth, you'll probably dig it. Okay, here is Chaos UK LP. And this is from, who put this out? I think Puke City or Riot City. Puke or Riot City put this thing out. And this is their first LP, and it's really good. If you're into the Discharge, Exploited, kind of thrashy sound, you are Chaos UK. I keep on wanting to say the UK subs. Chaos UK will not let you down. Here's a poster that came with it. That it's just the album cover. So that's kind of weird that they would just kind of do the same thing. And the record album looks like this. And the song, or actually the two songs that really stand out on this thing are Farmyard Boogie and Victimized. Those are two great songs on this first Chaos UK LP. And this yellow one is the limited to 50 version. Let's get it in there without hurting the precious little poster. And there you go. Chaos UK, first LP. And this just came out. I think I ordered this from Black Liver Records. All right. Jeez. I gotta tighten that screw. Anyway, this is the Max Sabbath coloring book. For the band, Max Sabbath. And the reason you obtain this thing is really not for the coloring book, but for this flexi single that came with it. And there's only one song on this thing, and it's the Parabuns song, which is a parody of Paranoid. And it's really good. This is really, really good. I can't say enough good things about this. This one song is just as good as that whole Max Sabbath album. Believe it or not. And with the comic book came a sticker and a little card showing the band. So anyway, if you see this in a record store, pick it up just for the Pair of Buns song alone. Because that's what you'll get, because it's the only song on the little record. Oh, this sleeve they put it in is tight. Let's put all the little bits in there so they just stay with it. Anyway, Max Sabbath, coloring book, Pair of Buns, Flexi. Definitely worth it. Okay, here we go. This is the band I saw the other night. Raven, early 80s heavy metal type situation. I recorded this album fast because it sounds better if you speed the record up. And this is the All for One album. And here is what came inside of it. I guess the story of Raven making this All for One record. And I had it autographed by the two original dudes. And here is the lyric sheet. And some more information on the band. This thing advertises the records that the record label has to offer that put this thing out. And it comes kind of like the last, well, not the last record I showed, but the Chaos UK record I showed. It has a poster of the album cover, but on the other side, it has this. And that pertains to the second little record that is inside this release. Oh, here's a card, picture card of Raven, and I think that's Metallica that they're with. Yeah, I would bet that's Metallica that they're hanging out with. They must have done a show together. All right, and here is the album, just black vinyl, which is kind of fitting since the name of the band is Raven. To have it on any other color vinyl wouldn't make any sense. Okay, it also came with this 10-inch Born to Be Wild Raven Plus You Do. I don't know how to pronounce it. You Do, the little guy from Accept. This record, now that's black vinyl too. This record's really fun to listen to. Again, you got to speed it up. But once you speed this thing up, this little guy's voice from Accept gets very, very funny. I definitely would suggest picking up this Raven release just for this 10-inch that comes with it. They sing Born to Be Wild and Mind Over Metal live. And there's 5 songs on this thing. Whoops. And it's really good. All right, on to the next album. And hold on, I gotta fix this. This thing has got sticky stuff on it, so it can just hang there. And guess what? Here is another Chaos UK LP. The same one I showed you, same songs, same recording. But as you can see, this one is different. And yeah, this one I did get from Puke and Vomit Records. And this one also came with a poster, just like the one I showed you. And the jacket to the record is exactly like the one I just showed you. The only difference is The vinyl kinda matches the album cover. And I double ordered by mistake, and this one came, yeah, Puke and Vomit sent me this one, and I forgot that I had ordered this one when I ordered the yellow one, and that's why I have two. That's okay. Two is fine. All right. Well, I guess this should stay with it. All right, this is Red Fox, the New Fug. This is a very good comedy record. I would suggest picking it up if you can find it in good condition, which this one I did. More Red Fox. This is Laugh of the Party. Again, really good record. If you can find it in good condition, which this one is not in the best, but what the heck. It was $2, definitely worth $2 for any Red Fox record. All right, let's get into this. This is the DVD of Dead and Buried. And it's a movie from, I think, the early 80s. Yeah, probably the early 80s. And I'm tilting it back and forth because there's, I don't know what this stuff is called, where it makes a little picture move. Anyway, this is a really good DVD of a movie that has the guy from Chico and the Man in it, acting all creepy. And here is the LP for Dead and Buried. And this soundtrack is really good. It has a lot of, I don't know, like orchestra swing music in it, but over the top of that is like scary music. It's kind of strange. It's not like an old, I don't know, swing song from like the 20s or 30s all by itself. There's creepy music played over it, which makes it very interesting to listen to. And here's the record jacket. And here is the wonderful back cover of it. Just like the DVD. And here's what came inside of it. A little slip talking about the music composers for Dead and Buried. And there's the little Chico and the Man guy. I think his name was Albert or something. All right. Here's another great record. And it is not like this one. Even though it was recorded about the same time, same year, it's not the same songs, and the band sounds completely different. Doesn't even sound like this at all, and that is this. Husker Du, Euphoria, live, Portland, Oregon, 1981. And here's a picture, probably not from the show. And this thing is wonderful. What a pleasant surprise this record was. I almost didn't buy it because I thought it was going to be similar to Land Speed record. I was wrong. This is much better than Land Speed record. So if you're into Husker Du, I'm sure you can find this easy. Don't be afraid to buy it. It is not Land Speed record. Okay, here we go. This is a Halloween type situation record, and this is Chain Whip. And this is the Two Step to Hell album. Oh, and here's what the album looks like. And this is a short little EP from Chain Whip, and Chain Whip are thrashy, rockin'. Just can't say enough good things about this band. And I ordered 2 more Chain Whip records, and they should be showing up in the mail. But Again, very Halloween-like. And thanks to Vinyl Richie for turning me on to this great band from Canada. Let's get that back out. Let's get this Chain Whip thing back out. There's something I gotta say about this Chain Whip record. It has a cover song as the last song on side 2, and it's called Death Was Too Kind, and it was by the Canadian Subhumans. And if you would like to have a copy of that song, it is on this album. This album has the original version done by the original band of Death Was Too Kind. Both versions are great. This is just the original, and this is the Canadian band that inspired them to do a cover song. All right, here we go. Here's a Nipsey Russell record, You Gotta Be Fast, and the title of this record is correct. You gotta be fast to catch on to his jokes here, because they're kind of riddle-like. Anyway, if you're into Nipsey Russell, this is a good record. All right, here's another great record. This is Slappy White, live at Club Harlem. And I think Club Harlem is in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And this is, I guess, a clean comedy record, but it's very, very funny. So look up Slappy White on YouTube, and that way when you see his records for cheap in the used record store, you'll know to pick them up. And here is a little paper sleeve that came with it, advertising other albums from that time period on Chess Records. Okay, here is Brother Eatmore and Cha-Cha Hogan. Cha-Cha Hogan and Sister Bull Bosom and the Black Fox. And this is a comedy album recorded live with all these people interacting with each other, and this thing is really, really funny. It's on the Laugh Records label. So if you see this thing, I kind of paid a little bit of money for this. Hopefully you'll find it for cheaper. If you see anything that even looks like this as far as a cover, go ahead and pick them up. These records are really good. And here's another one just like that. Same record label, not the same people. This one is Tina Dixon, and she's a stand-up comedian. I think she made 2 records. She was on the Sanford and Son show as one of Esther's friends, and then she also played the Playboy Bunny in the episode where Fred and Lamont are having a rent paying party. I guess a party that you have to help pay rent. Anyway, Tina Dixon, this one is very, very good. It's even better than LaWanda Page. Far better than LaWanda Page. I was very pleased with this thing. Extremely funny, quick, just like machine gun jokes. All right, this is the Dwarfs. And I'm gonna have to look at the album jacket to see the name of this album. Toolin' for a Warm Tea Bag. This is the glow-in-the-dark one, autographed by Blag. And this is like 8 minutes of just crazy punk rock loudness. And it didn't come with anything. Oh wait, no, that's just an advertisement for more records by Riot Style, which is a company. It's a record company, and they make pins and skateboards and stuff like that. And if you order from them, be prepared to wait a year to get whatever you ordered. They're very, very slow. Just try and find the records in the store. Okay, this is the Misfits. And this is the Walk Among Us Demos. Here's what the album cover looks like. And I don't have the Walk Among Us record. All I have is this thing, and I guess this thing has some different songs on it. And I listened to Walk Among Us on YouTube, and this is very similar, except this one, the songs are played slower. Kind of a lot slower. So when I recorded this, I had to speed it up to enjoy it. Anyway, this is not bad. Sounds like the Misfits singing the songs in, you know, kind of a different way. And this is an official release. This isn't a bootleg. This sounds excellent. So don't be afraid to pick it up. Walk Among Us, alternative takes. This is also very Halloween-like. All right, here we go. This is Rich Kids on LSD, Keep Laughing. This is a really fun record. I actually saw this band at Fender's Ballroom once in Long Beach, California. And this record, I think it's their first one. And it's really, really good. And I was going to say, and I lost the record to it. But here it is. Again, don't be afraid to pick this up. Rich Kids on LSD. Trying to see if there's a song on this that kind of stands out, and not really. They're all kind of like thrashy pop punk. Kind of like what NoFX sounded like in their early days, except I think these guys were playing before NoFX or maybe the same time. Who knows? Anyway, it's a really good record. Great Southern California punk rock. All right, here is the new Ministry. This one's called Moral Hygiene. It has Jello Biafra singing one song, and that just happens to be the best song on the album. Here's the cover. And the problem with this thing is if you buy the LP, you get cheated out of 2 songs that are on the CD. So that's my only complaint with this. Otherwise, it's a great record. Good Ministry record, fun songs on it. It's just you only get 8 songs instead of, I think, 10 that are on the CD. And I don't own the CD, so I'm going to have to live without those songs. Okay. Here we go. This one is I Hate God. And this is the 10 years of... What the hell is this called? It's a double LP. Oh, 10 Years of Abuse. And this is like a sludge type heavy metal thing. And this is demos from 1990, live 1994, live 2000. And you can bet I sped this thing up when I recorded it. All right. Let's take this and put it in between the records so they don't rub up against each other. Oh, this is a flyer for the Punk Rock Museum, Las Vegas, Nevada, opening winter 21 and 22 or something. There you go, Punk Rock Museum in Las Vegas. All right. Here's the Suburban Lawns. They were a punk rock band. Sort of punk rock. Not like Fear or the Germs or the Bags or anything like that. They had their own sound. And it wasn't thrashy or crazy. It was just kind of weird. Nothing, I don't think, that would start a slam pit. Here's what came inside of the album. Guess a little story of the Suburban Lawns. And here is the album jacket. And I guess this was their only release. And Superior Viaduct re-released it. So if you're into weird things, not so much rocking out, but, you know, really weird, this is not a bad choice. Okay, and the last two. Just to Be Strange on Halloween. This is a sound effects record, volume 11. Guard dog on premises, no trespassing, beware of dog. And what this thing is, it's, I think each side is like 12 minutes, and it's a dog barking. And that's all it is. So if you want a record album of just this dog barking and barking and barking, you'll want to pick this up. What record label is this on? It's on, oh, it doesn't say, but the cover photo is courtesy of Alpine Brook Dog Training Academy in Holbrook, Long Island. There you go. A dog that won't stop barking at your fingertips. Okay. And here's another record that I just couldn't be without. This is The Mallard Sound, A Lesson in Duck Calling. So this thing is a guy blowing a duck call, explaining why and how he's blowing a duck call, and the sounds of real ducks